The shame of injury. Why jiu-jitsu folks want to hide the injuries and don't address them. I believe there is an embarrassment around injury, and I have recently suffered this.
Can I give a reframe title there?
Please.
Why JT is ashamed of being injured.
Maybe. But
why you gotta like disperse it around the community? This is a fucking you thing, bro.
No, dude, no.
But it's an us thing.
It's an us thing.
It's an us thing, but the framing is your recent
shameful
behavior.
I wouldn't say it's shameful.
Oh, I would say it's very shameful. I will let the audience be the judge.
How fucking dare you, cunt? How dare you try and shame me? I am being open and honest about a thing. And I believe
I've been
it to
for
be
a couple of weeks now, but
mate,
please
get the fuck out of here. I would say that with this, it is something that people experience, and that is often why we don't address our injuries, because it feels like weakness. In a way it is, right? When you're injured, you feel weak, right? And if you're someone who likes to train and doesn't want to complain or doesn't want to talk about, because it sucks to talk about. It's like, oh, you're injured. How's that going? It fucking sucks. But you don't want to have that conversation. I honestly don't want to have that conversation. Some people do like to malady and talk about. I don't know about that shit. I don't want to get into it. I'd rather just, carry on. That's the kind of thing. I made a miscalculation, folks. I did actually injure myself. It's very rare that I have been hurt in the gym. That's where it happened. That was
like lifting.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's very rare that happens. I think there's probably only one other serious time in my lifting career where I hurt myself. It's mainly been in jiu-jitsu that I would get an injury in the heat of the moment, And so I had just got off my many hours of flying. I think it ended up being about 28 hours all up, almost 30 hours of flight time and just sitting down and just sitting. And so I was pretty jet lagged, but I was like, you know what? I'm fucking stale. And I've got this strongman comp in 8 days. And, I had been doing some lifts while I was away.
This is a flight back from Kazakhstan, right?
Yes. From Aiga. And I got in the gym and it was like I had to do a 90% effort across all my major lifts for the strongman comp.
Right.
So I did my deadlift ladder and the last rep, I didn't hurt myself deadlifting, but it's a ladder where you do like 200, 210, 220, 230, like bam, but you have to do a rep, put the plates on, step back, do it again. And because in the competition, you have to do it as fast as you can.
Right.
Working up to a max weight of 240. And I've done 240 before, but not in a ladder format. So I did my last rep at 230 and it felt pretty hard. Whereas I'd done it previously for a couple of reps. So the fact that it was hard should have told me, hey, you're not 100% today. But I was like, no, fuck it. I'm here. I got to get this work. So it was max sandbag to shoulder. And so
did you do the 240?
No, the 240 was for comp day.
Oh, right.
So
that was
kind of 90%.
Stopped at 230.
230 is where it needed to stop. And I did it.
I would have done 240. Continue.
I appreciate that about you, Joe, but you weren't there. So that's how it goes sometimes. Max sandbag to shoulder. So the sandbag I had was a 125. And I've done that to shoulder a couple of times before.
How much? 135.
125.
125.
And
that's a big fucking sandbag, dog.
Well, yeah, there's some weight to it, but in the comp, there was going to be like 130, 140, 150, bigger bags, right? And so because I'd done 125 easier, I thought, maybe I can do more than a couple of reps, right? In the warm-up, felt fine, like just lighter sandbags, and bringing it up to my right shoulder, it was a bit harder than usual. And I could have stopped there and just gone, nah, that's me for today. But I didn't. It's always when you go, just, one more. Like what's the worst that could happen, Joe? What could possibly happen that would be bad about this?
About getting stronger.
And so I was like, I'll just do my left shoulder. I'll do my left side. And coming up, it wasn't as easy. And I was kind of, I wasn't like super clean to my shoulder. It was definitely like top effort. And I just went to adjust it. And you kind of jimmy it up onto your shoulder and you got to take your hand off for it to be like a clean lift,
Right.
And so as I was gymming it, I kind of went a bit wrong. And instead of going like over my shoulder, it kind of went to my neck and it just kind of pulled me sideways. And I honestly just felt like this fucking whack in my hip. The thing is, I couldn't have imagined what had actually happened. It felt like a 10 kilo weight plate had fallen out the top of the bag and somehow pendulum swung down and just smacked me in the hip sideways.
Wow.
It felt like I got fucking kicked. And it was audible. It was like, snap. And I just went, oh, dang. Dropped the sandbag. And then I tried to put weight in my left leg and I couldn't stand. Like my hip was completely unstable. So I had to like stagger and sit down. And Sean, who's one of the coaches, this big, strong man, he was sitting there. He's like, he came out. He's like, what was that sound? Like, what just fucking happened? I was like, oh, I think I just popped my hip. I don't actually know. And I was like, what the fuck have I done to myself? I'm a week out from this strongman comp. And now I've got this crazy pain in my hip and I can't stand. What the fuck? So I sat there for a moment and just took stock. And Sean's like, dude, do you need to go to the hospital? Like, what's going on right now? And I was like, I don't know. Let me try and stand up.
You in pain?
A lot of pain, yeah. And I tried to stand up and I tried to put some weight in my left leg and my hip wouldn't stabilize at all. Like I was just going to fall over. It's like I didn't have a leg. And so I sat back down. He's like, mate, do you need help getting home? Like, what's going on? I'm like, no, I'm fine. It's good. No, it's just a bit sore. Sweet. I'm sweet. Thanks, Shawnee. Yeah. See you later, boys. Yeah, there was no one around. Right? It was just Sean. So I kind of limped my way out. Like I just couldn't put weight in that leg. I got to the car. And I was having a bit of a fucking crisis because I'm like, is this really serious? Is this like a surgery level injury or is this going to be okay in a couple of days or whatever the fuck? And I didn't know. So in that moment it was kind of scary because I thought, fuck, am I going to have hip surgery? Because that is not what I want right now or any time ever. I want to avoid surgery at all costs. So yeah, it was a bit of a moment and I did not want to talk about it, but here we are, we're talking about it. Fuck. So
I mean, a collective head shake from the audience. Just JT.
What are you
We expected better.
You fucking idiot.
28-hour flight.
Mate, I'm not the person to ask. I'm
Going 90%.
I'm not the person to ask. You know,
Hey.
if someone goes, do you reckon you could do that? I'll be like, yeah.
I know. I can see if someone
so
posted
bad.
in the coaching group, in the Bulletproof app, like, hey guys, I got hurt doing a workout. Oh, what happened? I got off a 28-hour flight. You're like, you fucking idiot. It would just be a torrent of responses from JT.
All caps.
Some hardcore coaching would be fucking ensuing.
Okay, so I fucking contacted my various physio friends and no one was available, right? It's like a fucking Thursday. And I'm like, could I still compete? Like I'm a week out, like how is it? But the pain kind of continued and I couldn't walk properly and I couldn't stand properly. And I'm like, well, fuck, if I can't even stand up, there's no way I'm doing farmer's carries with 125 kilos in my hands or anything else like that. But I've been training for this strongman comp for months. My whole life, basically. I really wanted to do something like this. So I had to admit, I'm fucked, but I did not want to talk about it. I was embarrassed. 1, because I hurt myself. 2, because I should have known better. And 3, because it's just fucking dumb. I don't want to admit how fucking dumb I am, Joe. Fuck. Now everyone knows.
Fuck, bro.
So anyway, I was able to get
You've been able to hide it for like 400 episodes. And now the mask has come off and they know.
No, man, fuck.
I mean, look,
you guys know I am.
The beauty of this is, though, is that no one's immune, right? Like
No.
even, and I mean, fuck, how many, I don't even know how many times I've been injured, over recent years. And it's often something stupid. It's often something that you maybe had some intuition about. Maybe
There was some rumblings.
yeah, you're like,
hey.
maybe I shouldn't. Nah, I'll do it.
Do it.
Or, it's like, nah, like last night, I'd cooled down, but it was an open mat and we stopped to do the grading ceremony and then go like, oh, we're doing, we've got another 40 minutes of rolling or whatever. And I was like, I'm good. I've cooled down now. We just had 30 minutes off.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I'll jump back in with so-and-so. And then I was like, no, don't. But, any grappler can vibe with, pardon me, that moment where you go, yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on.
You know, and then you get hurt and you're like, I fucking knew it.
In the back of your mind, there was a little voice that said, don't do it. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. You're like, my name is Jeff.
The irony is too though is that your
Push to get stronger.
well your
Caused me to go
I mean that's a great irony, but the other one is that like your not the irony, but maybe the other side of this point is that your physical readiness and physical capacity permits you to make reckless decisions.
Sometimes.
You know, and it's probably served you well 95% of the time. And but it fucked you up the other week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you'd love to be stronger. We all want to be a bit stronger. I know you'd love to be more flexible. I mean, when is being flexible and strong not an advantage? Whether you see yourself as a powerhouse grappler that's just putting crush on fools, or you just want to have like a nice passive chill sort of game, but have the confidence that your knees and your hips and your ankles and your elbows are protected and fortified. Strength training is the answer. And we have the best programs for you to follow that are going to build you a strong, flexible body that can perform on the mats. You can start a 2-week free trial today of the Bulletproof for BJJ app. And if you stick around and you want to become a part of the thing, you can even get coached directly by JT, myself, and the rest of the coaching crew. To start your 2-week free trial, all you got to do is go to the App Store, search Bulletproof for BJJ, download the app and get started. And if you do end up subscribing and you don't love it, we offer a 100% money back guarantee. Go download it now. We'll see you on the inside.
And look, my mentality has got me to where I am, right? My willingness to just fucking do it, even though I felt a bit shit, has enabled me to get stronger. But when you are playing at the top end, whether that be a really hard roll against a really good opponent, or it's you trying to really push your weights or whatever it is, that's the danger town. You're very close to the red line, and you push your limits and you'll fucking find them. So I think that many people in jiu-jitsu experience this, because if you've told yourself, because it's all a story you tell yourself, right? You look in the mirror, you go, I'm tough. I can do this. You can do this. You know, you do things to reaffirm your sense of identity. And so what I've done over time is told myself, nah, fuck how you feel, do it anyway, right? It's just a very undercurrents thing in me. So I don't even think I won't work out. I'll just go do it. I could have easily just backed it off a little, but the program said like 90%. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go to 90%, you know? But the fatigue meant I was probably not.
You weren't at 100%.
I wasn't at 100%.
So 90 was 100.
Yeah, exactly, right? And this is the things we don't consider. And I think for many jiu-jitsu folks, when you do get injured, it can be embarrassing, especially when it's, I don't know if you've ever had this, folks, it's early in the morning and maybe you open a cupboard, or maybe you're a bit tired and you lean forward and then you stand up and you bang your head on the cupboard you just opened, or, you know, you hurt yourself. Yeah. It's fucking dumb. You only have yourself to blame, and you're mad because you're hurt. And you're like, oh, why am I an idiot? Why didn't I? You know, like I set myself up there. It's like some fucking comedy of errors, right? Joey saw it coming a mile away. But I guess
whenever I have a thing like that, Misa goes, ooh, like, you know, she hears me hit my head or whatever, like kick my toe or something. Yeah. And she goes, ooh, and I immediately go to this thing, and then she says, are you all right? And I'm like, don't bring attention to it. Just don't
act like nothing happened.
Don't talk about it. And I'm like, I got the fucking shits with myself. I don't need to talk about it. Let's just fucking move on.
It's hard, right? And so I didn't want to talk about it either, because I'm just like, yeah, I guess, you know, I am a little bit embarrassed because, one, it was in the gym, which is very controllable, and two, it meant I couldn't do my strongman comp, which is something I had built up or something that I thought I could be proud of because I thought I could do well at it, and I fucking sidelined myself. And so,
yeah, it's disappointing.
Yeah, as much as I didn't want to talk about it, I figured, like, you know what, in all honesty, yeah, I'm doing fucking I'm doing hip rehab now. I've gone from fucking strongman Mariusz Pudzianowski type shit to Jane Fonda fucking leg holds. Like, I can't even, it's fucking so humbling That's the truth.
So what have you actually done? What's the injury?
So I've got a middle thickness tear to my medial glute and a grade 2 tear to the tendon.
So middle thickness of the
medial,
ligament?
of the medial glute. So
Of the muscle.
Of the muscle. So
Right,
I've
so
got a muscle tear and a tendon tear.
And a tendon tear. How about that?
It's kind of, it's fucked.
That's
and when I
reasonable.
said to Nick, I think I've torn my medial glute, he was like, nah. He was like, yeah, sure. Come in, see me, and we'll see. And he's like, whenever anyone says they've torn their medial glute, they haven't. And then he was testing me. He's like, fuck, congratulations. I think you've torn your medial glute. He was like, you did it. You've arrived. And I was like, yes. And so what that means is because there's tendon damage there, I'm not meant to be stretching. I can't actually do reps. I've got to do just ISO work, like side plank, kind of lateral leg holds.
Yeah.
Like banded clam shit, but you just hold it.
Yeah.
Just to form tension to try and repair it. And it's going to take 6 weeks or more, depending on the scenario.
And so deadlifting and stuff is off the menu for a while?
Yeah, like a bunch of stuff's off the menu. He said I can do some leg extensions, hemi curls, but it's just going to get fucking upper body jackness.
Yeah.
So funny. I was telling Big Benny Prague's King bench press monster of our gym that I'd hurt my hip. He's like, oh, it's great. You can do bench press with us. You get so good at bench press, bro. He's like, oh, when I hurt my knee and I couldn't squat, my bench press went from 180 to 220, bro. Like that could be me. And I'm like, bro, my bench press is garbage. But it was so funny. His mentality was just like, nah, you got something else you can work on. So good.
Injury's always an opportunity.
And you can,
It shortens the scope of what you can work on and say, oh, I'll just dive in on this.
Yeah. And I definitely look at it in that way. Doing the rehab every day, and I'll go see Nick this week and just see where it's at. And yeah, it's just confronting because I can't stand on one leg to put my shoes on. You know, just basic shit. And then it just brings you back down to earth. And honestly, the reason why I didn't want to talk about it is because people feel obliged to give you a degree of sympathy or pity, and I don't want any of that. I honestly just want to get on with the conversation. I'd rather be like, oh, what are you doing, man? But people are like, oh, why aren't you squatting? Why aren't you deadlifting, bro?
No, admit you made a stupid decision. I need you to admit you're a fucking idiot.
No, I will never admit.
Yeah.
It was definitely an error in judgment. Take from that what you will. But I think that the challenge is that admitting you made a mistake and then it's not repeating the mistake. I think this is you demonstrate your learning by not repeating. So we'll see where we are in 12 months, Joe.
I honestly hope that you can make it back to that strongman comp. I'm sure there's a lot of people listening that just want to fucking hear about the heavy shit you lifted. And if you made it onto some podium, that'd be dope.
Nah, man. I think it's like...
Go on next year, bro.
I went to... No, 12 months. But here's the thing. In complete honesty, I thought before the strongman comp, I'm not strong enough. Like, I know how strong some of the guys are who were there. But strangely enough, I went to the strongman comp and there were 2 very strong guys there. One of them got injured during the comp. So if I'd shown up healthy, I could have got on that fucking podium, bro.
Shit, son.
Apparently, 10 dudes pulled out. I was one of them. But there ended up only being 5 or 6 dudes in my category. And the 2 strongest guys, one of them got hurt during the comp, which is very unpredictable. And the rest of the guys were not that strong.
So here's the fucking lesson, bro. Sign up and don't train.
And just...
Because that's obviously the most precarious. It's the lead up to the comp,
it's
right?
the training that's the problem.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Give me 12 months. I'll be ready. But in the meantime, folks, do not be ashamed of your injuries, but definitely got to learn the lesson. There it is.